Minasan, konbanwa! Doboraku всем доброе утро. Everyone, good evening. We got like 3 Union Pacific locomotives over here. Unknown leading locomotive. Unknown. Ta, give you a hint. But luckily, a green light by Plato. Been a while since we had a green light by Plato. As I said, leading number locomotive, unknown. I pretty much like dashed to get the leading locomotive, but unfortunately, it was a tadpole late. Tadpole too late. Another what? But luckily caught the green light by Plato. I will be upgrading my God of War Edition PS4 Pro to The Last of Us Part 2 Edition PS4 Pro, which is the COH7200B, which I purchased earlier this morning for $295. I put it on shipped and vice versa from Japan. We'll do a comparison video as soon as the thing arrives. Shout out to my girlfriend / future wife Ariana. Shout out to Grandpa Walt. Shout out to Mike from Wide World of Trains. Shout out to Special Agent Fox Boulder, Sega Camp, Dion, and Sega CSX, Sega Camp, and Southern CSX Vlog. Shout out to my big brother Kyle. And shout out to my Japanese pal Higaki something, who lives in Japan. And the moon is like high up. Union Pacific, building America. Had I missed the locomotives, I wouldn't be recording by now. Give you a hint. We will deliver Union Pacific building America. A lot of the building America string hoppers, Union Pacific, technically. And as soon as I transfer everything from the God of War PS4 Pro to the Last of Us Part 2 Edition PS4 Pro I have, that I bought, I will be selling the God of War Edition PS4 Pro system only with the power adapter, as I want to keep my right DualShock 4 controller with me. And I'm most familiar with the 72 series PS4 Pro, as they're quieter and cooler, has a better figure 8 power adapters, they're more common. At least what I figured. This Union Pacific locomotive is certainly going to St. Paul. Oh, cool Northwestern Greenhopper. Don't see those often. Feral children. Don't know why that graffiti's real there. Okay, a thread with an air pressure thing. Something's up. Come on, bird. Locomotive. This Union Pacific locomotive's going real slow. Alright, looks like the end of the train wheel stopped. Not knowing what's up. A lot of cars waiting to cross the Plato crossing.
Connection, hold short of the north end of the north lead.
Got a lane, go down the connection, hold short of the north.
I gotta figure out if that power's any good or not. It'll depend where we park it.
Stay tuned for more. If not, minasan mitega arigatou gozaimashita. Spasibo za посмотрим всем. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please comment, like, known a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Alright. Now the trains are going and people can now cross after all. Luckily. It was like a long waiting process for like Union Pacific real wanting to it was like an up and down crowd going on with the traffic thing by Plato, to my observe. A lot of impatient people, as a matter of fact, knowing that train traffic is more priority than cars. That's just my opinion. Not an opinion, that's just my observe. But perfect timing, luckily. Minasan mitega arigatou gozaimashita. Spasibo za посмотрим всем. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please comment, like, known a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Minasan, konbanwa, doburaku всем доброе утро. Everyone, good evening. The light is currently yellow at the Robert Street lift bridge, and we certainly got a train coming up here. Honk honk.
Yeah, I copy that.
It should be here. I'll be closed up in 6 minutes. All 4 lights on 44.
All 4 lights, 44, okay, back.
Yeah, you'll be the, I can 5562, let's assign that to the LTV85 Upper Deck and Goleta UB1917.
Get out of the truck! Union Pacific is the leading locomotive. And 70, Union Pacific. Shout out to my girlfriend slash future wife Ariana. Shout out to Grandpa Walt. Shout out to Mike from Wide World of Trains. Shout out to Union Pacific. Shout out to Special Agent Fox Boulder. Eon Biggetham. And shout out to Southern TSX Vlog. Even shout out to my big brother Kyle and my pal Hidra Kiss, who lives in Japan. So many lumber there on the 7242. I had to say, get out of the track to go. People, I guess, whenever there's a train coming, they gotta be off the track is the thing. Some you'll point out. Looks like the train's going still. Never mind, it's slowing down.
All correct, should get as soon as the rear end of that westbound there.
Union Pacific, building America. Another Union Pacific, building America, Spring Hopper. Union Pacific, building America. So far, this is a double train video. Just real point out. As soon as the trains start up, I will re-record. Stay tuned. Alright. So far the train has stopped. As I was saying about the lead-in number locomotive earlier, 7742 Union Pacific is the leading locomotive, as I said earlier. I had to quick look up my footage to tell you guys the lead-in number accurately. So far, the 7742 Union Pacific has certainly stopped. As soon as it goes, I will re-record the footage. Stay tuned. Alright, now the 7742 Union Pacific is going right now. It took like a few minutes for the 7742 Union Pacific to Rio go again. Union Pacific, building America. A lot of Union Pacific, building America spring hoppers. Part of the opposite week around. Again, shout out to my girlfriend / future wife Ariana. Shout out to Grandpa Walt. Shout out to Mike from Wide World of Trains. Doesn't see us at Fog, Special Agent Fox Mulder, Dion, and Take a Chance. And shout out to Union Pacific, along with my big brother Kyle, and my pal who lives in Japan, Biggerton. 9-412 Are you kidding me? We got an NDPU again! Union Pacific at the NDPU. Not often we get NDPUs here in St. Paul. number locomotive is Union Pacific 7742 with 48 something Union Pacific as the NDPU. Minasan mitaga arigato gozaimashita. Spasiba da passportim всем. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please comment, like, know, and a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Minasan konnichiwa. Doverdakshitim. Doverdakshin. Everyone, good afternoon. We got a Union Pacific locomotive. 3040 Union Pacific's deleted locomotive. 5406 Union Pacific. And 3497 Union Pacific. Now, this is like a triple train video. My Last of Us Part 2 edition PS4 Pro that's coming from Kanagawa, Japan is in Indiana right now. Still on the way. So, pretty much like around Monday I shall come. Not for sure yet. And we'll be selling the God of War edition PS4 Pro as soon as everything gets transferred to the new PS4 Pro. The 72 series PS4 Pro is a quieter and a cooler model. And the latest of the PS4 Pro, which is better. I will be doing a opening video even though the system isn't going to be a retail box. And a comparison video will be combined. Shout out to my girlfriend / future wife Ariana. Shout out to Grandpa Walt. Shout out to Mike from Wide Order Trains, especially in Fox Boulder. Take a camping for the TSX vlog Dion. Shout out to Union Pacific, my big brother Kyle, and shout out to my pal cpkc who lives in Japan. Part 2 edition PS4 Pro, I paid $295 for it. Additionally, with $20 for expedited shipping. I requested the seller who's the business seller on eBay, which they are in Kanagawa. I requested them to ship via FedEx. Because FedEx is common here in St. Paul, and that's where I usually get that's where I want my Japanese equipment, Japanese stuff to be shipped is via FedEx. It's via USPS, EMS, Japan Post, but to be transferred to USPS. I got from with a power adapter for my Super Famicom, as the other one was like tape when I first got my Super Famicom back in 19. And suddenly the power adapter wasn't real working right when I first got the Super Famicom, but suddenly my close friend, I call my brother, Jack, pretty much put a tape by the wire, and where the wire tops the power adapter. It's hard to explain, and the thing works after all. So I ended up getting I paid like 15 bucks total, considering I had a free shipping campaign going on. And luckily the power adapter I got from Tsudaya works. It works real good. Even if you have any long distance, it works real well. No issue. And when I got the Last of Us Cartoon Edition PS4 Pro from that seller in Kanagawa, Japan, on eBay early Tuesday morning, they spammed us the pictures. You couldn't see it accurately. It was like a seller senior something. That was my only issue. What? To really make sure that the system works. And it says operation confirmed to the system itself. And usually if I buy a system only buy a PS4 Pro, that's gonna be much cheaper than buying the whole set. And look at that, we are close to the end of the frame. Close to the 3040 Union Pacific. Leading number locomotive is Union Pacific 3040. Minasan mitaga arigatou gozaimashita. Spasiba za просмотром всем. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please comment, like known as thumbs up, and please subscribe. Minasan konbawa. Doburaku всем. Всем доброе утро. Everyone, good evening. Surprisingly, the Amtrak Empire Builders right here by the Robert Street lift bridge. Kind of a makeup train video since didn't get the other two trains, one from yesterday and the other one today's. But this is the Amtrak that I took back in May of 2023 before Ariana and I started dating in August. And that's where I went on my out-of-town adventure to Chicago on this specific train. Shout out to my girlfriend slash future wife Ariana. Shout out to Grandpa Walt. Shout out to Mike from Wide World of Trains and Union Pacific and Amtrak, etc. This Amtrak is so familiar when I was initially riding on it. Coach to Chicago and then the roomette back here to St. Paul. It's real cool to see, actually. Now a quad train video after all. Third, fourth quad train video is whatever. Whatever number quad train video it is. But it's real cool to see an Amtrak here possibly. Since I don't often see this possibly. Minasan mitaga arigatou gozaimashita. Spasiba za посмотрим всем. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please comment, like, known as thumbs up, and please subscribe. Minasan konbanwa. Dobroku siep. Siep dobro ultra. Everyone, good evening. Honk honk. Luckily, I didn't miss this train. And there's another one by Plato. From what I real saw earlier. Pretty much an off the train video after all. Canadian Pacific is the leading locomotive. And 5044 Canadian Pacific. Been a while since I got a Canadian Pacific locomotive here in St. Paul, and this locomotive is stopping heading to St. Paul. Luckily, I caught this 5048 Canadian Pacific at a perfect timing. Luckily. Shout out to my girlfriend / future wife Ariana. Shout out to Grandpa Walt. Shout out to Mike from Wide Water Trains, Special Agent Fox Boulder, Sticky Camp Dion, Southern CSX Vlog, even Canadian Pacific and Union Pacific. Even shout out to my big brother Kyle, and shout out to my pal Future Kid, who lives in Japan. There's like a Union Pacific train idling by Plano. Not sure if the light's gonna turn green at the Robertson Lift Bridge technically. I'm not sure yet. It's kind of a wait and see thing. If not, that's fine.
One train shoving into Red Rock now. Rockville needs Newport for headroom. So I'll have to give them a light first. Once you start shoving back in, I'll be able to get you a light here on the main. So I'll have to look at it, take place a little bit.
End of the train of the 5048 Canadian Pacific. Leading number locomotive is Canadian Pacific 5048. 皆さん見てがありがとうございました。Спасибо за просмотр всем. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please comment, like, know, and a thumbs up, and please subscribe. All right, now we have a Union Pacific locomotive coming. Live screen.
Main here at the westbound train going through Prescott Bridge. Gotta run him first, and then I'll be able to get you going. Alright. Yeah, you can come up to Oakland and get you one after one westbound.
Now we got a green light at the Robin Street lift bridge, luckily. So we are perfect timing, luckily. Now I have 6 different train videos to upload after all. 4011, Union Pacific is the leading locomotive. '26 Union Pacific and 5107 Union Pacific. We are a perfect timing here. I have 6 different train videos total, luckily. Luckily, I caught the 4011 Union Pacific at a perfect timing. Thought I was going to head back to my apartment, but suddenly the 4011 Union Pacific was real going. So luckily I didn't miss it. 2 trains in one day. Real awesome. Haven't had a 2 trains in one day in a while here. Luckily. This is my initial time ever uploading, having 6 different train videos at once and different days. More content for all of my viewers on YouTube, fortunately. And shout out to my girlfriend / future wife Ariana. Shout out to Grandpa Walt. Shout out to Mike from Wide World of Trains. Shout out to Special Weekend Fox Boulder. Shout out to Union Pacific, Canadian Pacific. Even shout out to my big brother Kyle and my pal Tish, who lives in Japan. Pacific. It was perfect timing, actually. Earlier today, I initially bought another PSVR thing. It was the same XDR model, and afterwards I was testing the Pan America version, the one I paid, and it was pretty much like the same thing. Works pretty good, no issues. The GameStop one I had before was the blurry one. Is the Pan America one with the one working. Both of them work, no issues, just with the blurriness. And I suddenly decided to put in the GameStop version of the VR headset and processor unit of the previous camera, just in the case. And I ended up exchanging it to get a PS4 1150 AQA, and it definitely cost like $90 when I exchanged the VR thing using the GameStop version of everything I got. That's funny. I kept the Pan American version with me. And I paid $10.86 for the PS4 1150A, which is the original PS4 initial revision module that I wanted to get when it was like 2021 back in 2014-15. And afterwards, I tested it as soon as I got back out of port, but the disk drive doesn't work, so I would have to get the disk drive replaced, however. But it's not a big priority, as I'm going to be keeping this 1150 series PS4 displayed into my apartment. As long as the system works, no issues. Even though the disk drive doesn't work, I'm going to keep that thing on display. I had to buy another hard drive cover plate for it and a vertical scan to make it more grip-like on my shelf in my apartment. Cars are going in different it's really surprising. Oh, never mind. Real, never mind. That's the end of the train. Well, almost the end of the train, technically. No problem. Looks like the 4011 Union Pacific is going slow, technically. is the end of the train. Leading number locomotive is Union Pacific 4011. Minasan mitaga arigatou gozaimashita. Spasibo za посмотрим. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please comment, like, notice, thumbs up, and please subscribe.